Good evening, boys. Welcome. Fantastic game. I really, really enjoyed that game. Watching that, it was intense, end to end. Great stuff from Liverpool. Great stuff. Dodgy 10, 15 minutes first half. Apart from that, good. What do you reckon, Panny?
Yeah, it was the start of the game was good. It was a lot of it was just good play all round. Really, it's just we did lose. Obviously, when we went 2-0 down, I was got a bit concerned, but I
Who
like
won?
the teams bounced back. There was no give up. You knew they were going to come back. It's like you knew it was going to happen. So no, you can't. Look. It's a good game. It's a hard game to play. These ain't come to muck about AC Milan. They're previous champions. There's a bit of history there as well. They come and play, and we've stuck to our guns. So I think that's going to be a good push for all competitions, really, that we can do it.
It's good that the other game, it was a draw.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that was good for us as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing to think, actually, that Liverpool and AC Milan have only ever played before in 2 finals.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was the first time they played at Anfield.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah. What a game. Professor Yaz, talk, man. Let's give it to us. Dissect it from the UEFA coach.
It was a good game. It was just a 10-minute period, and I think it was a 10-minute period where we switched off. It just seemed to be so very easy. I think they were like rabbits in headlights. A few young players, Milan. So I think that it all became a little bit too much for them, and the pace and the intensity that we played with was just a bit too much for them. And I think we just took our foot off the gas, and they had a couple of moments, and they both came off. To be honest, I think the thing, obviously, look, the team's come out, and big surprise to everyone. Van Dijk, Origi, not made the squad at all so far this season.
My mate, Origi.
Your other mate.
Oh, all my friends played tonight. It's great.
So from not making the squad at all, so far this season, he gets a starting berth. And listen, I think Klopp's learned from last season that he cannot play every single player, every single game like he did last year. He's clearly learned that. I mean, strangely, for tonight, first Champions League game at home, it's not the sort of game I think he should have look, he's won the game. In hindsight, he's done nothing wrong. But if things went wrong today, Origi, Van Dijk...
you'd have been all over Origi, mate, if we'd have lost. Bloody hell. That boy was lucky.
We've won the game, but I like Thiago. I mean, Thiago's not had many minutes for a while, and what's he going to do? Play him in the Carabao Cup next week against Norwich? But look, you can't knock it. He's won the game. And he has to utilise his squad. I mean, there's players like, look, personally, I would have preferred to have seen players like Tsimikas play today instead of Robertson.
I agree.
Van Dijk is so robust, and he should have played tonight. Okay, he conceded 2 goals for nothing. Perhaps if he played 1 or 2, both of those goals don't go in. And Origi's come out of nowhere. Minamino possibly could have started that game tonight. So look, I think he's learned that he has to utilise his squad. That's fairly obvious, and he has to, because he's going to have games every 3 days now.
And I mean, seeing as he can't seem to get rid of Origi, he may as well play him. And
but don't. Today's worked. Believe me, there's going to be games, be in the league or in the Champions League, where he's going to make these bizarre starting lineups, and it's going to backfire. Whether it's the league or whether it's the Champions League, he's done it before. He's done it against West Brom once upon a time. I think in his first few months there in the FA Cup, and it backfired. He'll make those weird.
But But you say that, look, I think, just talk about Origi for a minute. For me, Origi, who's played hardly any first-team football in the last year.
Mate, come on, man.
No, hold on. Just wait a minute. He hasn't played any first-team football for almost a year. Hardly any minutes. The guy did all right tonight. You know what I mean? Listen, did I want him sold in the summer? Yes. But he's not been sold. You've got to give Mane, Salah, Jota, Firmino. You've got to rest these players at some point. And you keep saying he's got to trust the squad.
Absolutely.
That's what he did tonight. That's what he did tonight.
And I don't listen. For Liverpool to have signed Origi once upon a time, they saw something. They didn't buy him out of liking the way his name sounds. They bought him because they thought he was a good footballer. Now, Klopp's created this problem that we spoke about last season, making his squad 13 players strong. Origi comes in today. I said to Andrew, he comes in today. Okay, went off, bit of cramp apparently. That bloke might not play again now for 3 months. You might not see him again for 3 months. So it's Klopp that does that. I mean, he gives the player. He did it last year with Shaqiri. He's done it with Minamino. Comes in, disappears for 2 months. If a player comes in like Origi did tonight and he assists Salah to score a goal and thinks, do you know what? I think I've played all right tonight. And, well, he'll probably play against Norwich next week in the Carabao. But,
definitely. He'll play that.
He wants the players start to lose belief in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he is a good player, but he needs minutes and he needs to be I don't think he doesn't feel wanted, but he's nowhere near that squad, and he's not the only one. I mean, Minamino, I still think, there was touches of Minamino at Southampton last year where he looked decent, but if you're hot, cold, it's impossible to have any momentum.
Yeah. So let's hope, like you say, he's gonna learn from that last year, and he's gonna give these players some minutes. I mean, I'll tell you what I was encouraged by was Curtis Jones. When he came on.
Good. Yeah.
He looked good. He looked like he's been watching from the sidelines and waiting. When I get my chance, I'm going to shine. And he came on and he did very well. He looked accomplished. He didn't look out of place in the Champions League game at all. He looked like he belonged there. So that was encouraging. I mean, Keita had a decent game. He played okay. He did all right. He carried the ball. I think the team was good tonight. A bit more. If Salah scores that penalty, which 17 out of 18 for Liverpool scored.
Yeah.
So if he scores that, we go 2-0. I think we win that game about 5-0. Yeah. Because I think their heads would have gone. And I think as well what was huge tonight. And what tonight proved to me, the crowd at Anfield make a huge difference. Oh, my God. Last season, we lost 7 games in a row, I think, at Anfield. That is not going to happen this season, mate.
I think there's something special about European nights at Anfield.
Yeah, European as well.
Many of
we were at the Man City games a few years ago. We were at the Man City game, and that was just unreal.
I think the grounds moved. Before that, the most memorable Champions League game that I remember was back in 2005, Juventus. And that was really, but like you say, for me, that Man City game 3 years ago was very...
that was unreal, man.
The squad can't be hot on... For me, I'm a firm believer it can't be hot and cold, the squad. You can't have hot players and cold players. He needs hot players and warm players. You can't have stone cold players.
Yeah, and I think hopefully he will do that. And look, if we stay in all these competitions, he'll have to. And I think in the interview he gave before the game, he said, I wanted to play Van Dijk. Van Dijk wanted to play, but I've just got to be careful with him. I just want to make sure he's okay. Remember, he is coming back from a serious injury. And yes, he looks fine. He looks okay. But let's not lose him unnecessarily. You know what I mean? Again, let's protect him. And the other thing it showed me was Klopp is prioritising the Premier League this season, because for him to drop certain players for that game. You watch against Palace, it's going to be Van Dijk, Matip, back to normal. Thiago will be in there as well, I think. You know, I think he really wants that Premier League.
No, I get that, but this is the first. I disagree. I think you're going to see this rotation business in both competitions. I really do. The rotation is going to use his squad. I don't think he's prioritised. He's not going to gamble on losing 3 points in the first Champions League game, but he just wants to believe in his squad, and he's going to say to people, "Look, there's your chance. Go and take it and see what happens," because that's what he has to do. Last year, we had Jota get injured against whoever we were playing last year in a nothing game.
It was that game again. We'd already won the group, hadn't we? And it was away to whoever it was. And yeah, that hurt us. But look, I think the whole team played well. All the players that came in did well. Gomez did well for his first game of the season. He looked very good. Keita, Origi did okay. I was laughing watching that game. When I saw him starting, I was thinking, oh my God. He's going to give it to me later for Origi. But he did all right. Well. He did all right.
He assisted Salah's goal. I mean, Keita flatters to deceive a little bit, I think. You know, he needs to...
Yeah, he needs a run in the side. That's like what you said. He's definitely a player that can't be hot and cold. He needs a constant run in the team, and then you're going to see what he can do, I think. Because what he gives us is we don't have another midfielder like that. Maybe Curtis Jones. Obviously, Harvey Elliott's out, but he carries the ball and moves forward with it. And we need that player in that team because it can't always be pinging the passes, you know. But look, I thought Robertson did okay tonight. That was more like it from him. Like it. It was better tonight. But I think against Norwich, you're going to see a bit of big changes. Sorry, Penny?
Jota, I thought had a quiet one.
Yeah,
he was quiet, but he's like a little wasp, isn't he? He creates problems. He's like he is like a little wasp, but he sometimes is like a wasp without a sting. You know, he can play a lot of football and just not. You know, I get what you're saying. He harries and blah blah blah, but. You know, we need a lot of goals from a lot of people this season if we're going to do, business. Yeah. It's not going to be, Henderson scored a great goal. That's probably his last goal of the season, perhaps. But, let him enjoy the goal tonight.
The chances we create and the amount of time we spend in other teams' penalty areas. I mean, Jota is like a wasp, I agree. But he certainly needs to up his numbers. I mean, the jury's still out. He's a good player. He started off well last season, got injured. Started off well this season, to be fair. He scored a couple of goals. But I just want other players to take the pressure off Salah. You know what I mean? I feel like if Salah doesn't perform for Liverpool, and he's done it for 3 or 4 years, Mane's stopped performing completely.
It's like everyone scored, didn't they? Everyone had a little bit.
But, one game where I want to think, Salah's not at it today, but someone else covered us. And it's a good start to the season. We can talk until tomorrow morning about how we feel. It's
which fine. We're not going to, by the way. But yeah,
it's fine. It's fine. The other game was a draw, which is a positive result for us. Atletico dropped points at home. It's a good start.
Who's your man of the match tonight, Penny?
I thought Trent and Fabinho for me.
I think Fabinho for me. The guy's just a rock. He's just insanely good across that line that he plays, left, right, and centre. I mean, he just breaks everything up. Clever, makes the little niggly fouls that he gets away with. He's just fantastic at what he does. I mean, we talk about Van Dijk being the best centre back and how good he is, but immediately in front of him, we've got an exceptional CDM as well. He's amazing. Very, very good player.
I think Trent had a very good game. I mean, for me, the only worry I got with him is he can be a bit casual sometimes with his passing. But he really is a clever, talented player.
That casualness comes with his flair that gets him 13 assists a season. You know, you can't take that out of his game. That's who he is. He's not a natural defender. His natural instinct is to be that flair player. And that's what you're...
He's a fantastic talent. He really is. He's just an amazing player. And he's going to go on to do a Carragher, Gerrard, Callahan. If he stays fit, he's going to have 700-800 appearances for the club. Easy. I mean, I don't know how many he's got at the moment, but he is. He's going to be a legend of the club. He really is.
Look, we spoke earlier today about. I mean, it's Klopp really. I mean, Klopp makes that team, makes that squad, gives us our success. I mean, look today, PSG away to Bruges. I mean, who are Bruges? What's the Belgium league? And they've got those Neymar and Messi and Mbappe playing up front, and all the other glitzy names that they own, and they couldn't beat Bruges, you know. So, the manager makes the everything tick for me.
Yeah, no, Klopp does. He's fantastic as well. And like we said, we'd love to have a drink with him one day and have a little chat. But he doesn't talk about football.
Yeah, Paddy's had a
all
chat
right, guys. Well, have you? And what did he say?
He's exactly how he is there.
Sorry?
He's exactly how you see him.
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, he looks like a very nice guy. You can see that he's got this nice spirit about him, I think, you know? He doesn't look like a bad guy. Sorry?
My wife liked him.
Okay. Watch it. Okay, yeah. So, good game, good performance.
Yeah.
Not much really to grumble about. Happy boy.
On to the next
boys.
one, lads.
Next one, Palace, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See you all then.
Take care.
Take care. Have a good one.
Yeah,
everyone, like, subscribe. Share. Get the views. Please view it and, leave some comments.
Okay.
Not you, but I mean all the other people, all our lovely followers, 101 subscribers now.
Exactly. So follow.
Yes.
Come in if you want.
Come on the show. Yeah, we wouldn't mind, Have a good evening. Take care. All the best.
Bye-bye.
God bless.